This is a full body strength workout for the UREC Fitness Center. We're going to start with dumbbell bench. Starting with the weight on your knees helps you get into position easier. Make sure your foot has full contact with the floor. As you press, you want to make sure your hands are not too wide or too narrow. Notice that the upper arm is straight up and down at the bottom of the rep. Next, we have a goblet squat. Starting with the weight on the bench helps you get into position easier. Make sure your weight is distributed between your foot evenly, not too much in the heel, not too much in the toes. As you start the rep, begin by pushing your knees forward as you sit your hips back, keeping your core engaged the entire time. Next, we have a cable row. For the setup, you want a slight bend in the knee and a slight lean forward. Think about pulling through your elbow, keeping your arms close to your body the entire time. At the end, your hands should end up by your rib cage. Next, we have a dumbbell deadlift. Same setup off of the bench. Begin by engaging your core. Think about pulling your sternum and your belly button closer together. Once you have that, you want to push your hips back. As you lower the weights, you'll allow a little bit of bend in the knee. Make sure those weights stay close to your legs and move straight up and down. Next up, we have an alternating reverse lunge. The weights are optional here. You're going to step one leg back, pushing back up to the top with the front leg. Make sure your foot stays in full contact with the floor. You want to lean forward slightly at the bottom. We're going to finish the main workout with a dumbbell curl to press. So the weights start at your side, curling up to the top. As you press overhead, rotate your hands so that your palms end up facing forwards. We're going to end with a short core series, starting with a half kneeling dumbbell rotation. Make sure the rotation is being driven by your torso, not just moving your arms. And also focus on keeping that front knee strong and steady, not letting it move with you as you rotate. Next up, we have a hollow hold. So you're going to begin by tucking your ribs and hips, flattening your lower back to the floor. Keep that position as you raise your legs up, and then begin the movement by reaching for your toes, and then maintain this position for the duration of the rep. And lastly, we have the classic plank. You can go from your hands or your forearms. Just watch your hip position, make sure they're not too low or too high.